Hello, fellow Shinobi. Welcome back to our What If Naruto Reincarnated After 1000 Years series. Today we're plunging into Chapter 2, A New Leaf. We left Hiroshi, Naruto Reincarnated, discovering a much-changed Hidden Leaf village. Now a 3-year-old, he's about to embark on a secret mission. So, hold on tight as we unveil the next exciting chapter in Hiroshi's new life. Ready to jump in? Let's get started. Chapter 2, A New Leaf, Part 1. 2 years had passed since Hiroshi's first visit to the Hidden Leaf Village market. Now, at the age of 3, he found himself caught in a peculiar dance of maintaining his cover as a toddler while harboring the wisdom and experience of the Seventh Hokage. The break of dawn found Hiroshi awake in his small bed, his eyes tracing the faint patterns on the wooden ceiling. His mind buzzed with thoughts of the day to come, a day of playing with wooden blocks and making seemingly difficult attempts at pronouncing simple words. Everyday activities were a performance, not because they were hard, but because they were far too easy. Picking up his toys had to look like a struggle, speaking had to come with a stutter. Anything to keep up the appearance of a regular child. His parents, none the wiser, gave him nothing but patience and warmth, believing their son was just a little slower in catching up. Despite the charade, Hiroshi found an odd sense of happiness in this normalcy. His mother's giggles as he fumbled with his toys, his father's comforting arms when he stumbled, they were moments that softened the harsh reality of his situation. Now, more than ever, he realized that he had been given a second chance, an opportunity to rewrite the future of the Hidden Leaf Village. As he began another day in this journey of unlikely infancy, Hiroshi resolved to continue his quiet observation and learning. When the time was right, Naruto Uzumaki, hidden within this child called Hiroshi, would rise. Chapter 2, A New Leaf, Part 2. As the weeks turned into months, Hiroshi continued to grow, his mind swirling with the memories of a past life and the grim realities of his present. His observant eyes started to note a disturbing pattern in the behavior of the village's children. One particular afternoon in the park served as a stark reminder of this newfound reality. Hiroshi, nestled in his mother's arms, observed the kids around him engaged in their playtime. Their hands, far too small for their age, were not clutching soft toys or playing tag, but instead held shurikens and kunai, the tools of war. Their games, which at first glance seemed innocent, were upon closer observation, rudimentary combat training. Laughter was replaced with focused concentration, playful banter substituted with strict instruction. Even the rare moments of joy felt strained, the underlying tension too evident to ignore. Unable to comprehend the absurdity of it all, Hiroshi let out a giggle. It was a strange, unsettling scene, children armed with weapons instead of toys, a toddler laughing at the sight. The park was not a place of joyful shrieks and laughter but a training ground masked with the innocence of childhood. Tucked in the warmth of his mother's hold, Hiroshi felt a chill run down his spine. The Hidden Leaf Village he knew, the village that prioritized love, community, and freedom, was now a place where children were trained for battle. The contrast was jarring, and Hiroshi, the toddler with the spirit of the Seventh Hokage, felt a surge of determination. The village needed a change, and he would be the catalyst. Chapter 2, A New Leaf, Part 3. Life in the Hidden Leaf Village, Hiroshi observed, held a tense undercurrent beneath its quiet facade. However, it wasn't until one fateful afternoon, when Hiroshi stumbled upon a discarded newspaper, that he truly grasped the depth of the village's despair. Leaf and Sand Village locked in battle, screamed the headline. Hiroshi, in the body of a toddler but with the mind of a former Hokage, scanned the article, his tiny brow furrowing. According to the report, the conflict was at a standstill at a border town near the Sand Village. It was the Leaf Village that had initiated the first strike, but now they were being pushed back, forced to defend their positions. Shock pulsed through Hiroshi. In his time, the Leaf and the Sand were close allies. He had fostered those bonds himself, fought side by side with Gaara, the Kazekage of the Sand. To think that his home had launched an unprovoked attack on their once ally, and was now losing, was devastating. This stark revelation triggered an absurd reaction in Hiroshi. He laughed. There he was, a 3-year-old toddler, chuckling over a war report in the park. The situation would have been comical if it wasn't so terribly grave. As the echoes of his laughter died down, Hiroshi felt a surge of determination. Something was very wrong with this picture, and he needed to find out what it was. He was Naruto Uzumaki, the Seventh Hokage, and he wasn't about to stand by while his village spiraled into chaos. Chapter 2, A New Leaf, Part 4. Naruto, in his young Hiroshi form, understood his challenge, gaining knowledge without arousing suspicion. One sunny afternoon, he looked up at his mother with innocent eyes, asking, "Mama, what is a Hokage?" She smiled down at him, "Well, Hiroshi, the Hokage is the leader of the Hidden Leaf. They protect us and guide us." He tilted his head, feigning the naivety of a 3-year-old, his question more complex, "But what if they can't protect us anymore?" The question took her aback. She took a moment, her gaze distant before answering, "Then we have to find the strength within ourselves, my dear." His inquiries about the world continued over days, painting a picture of this new timeline he found himself in. Until one day, he innocently stated, "Mama, I want to see more books. Can we go to a place with many books?" His mother's eyes twinkled with surprise and joy. "Hiroshi, are you asking to go to a library?" He nodded eagerly, playing the part of the inquisitive child. The day they visited the library marked the start of a new phase of research. As Hiroshi, once the 7th Hokage, Naruto Uzumaki, ventured deeper into the annals of history, he maintained the perfect facade of an innocent, curious 3-year-old. Chapter 2, A New Leaf, Part 5. Armed with an insatiable thirst for knowledge, Hiroshi immersed himself in books, scrolls, and old documents he found in the library. His goal: to understand the vast changes that had occurred in the millennium since he last walked the earth. The information he uncovered was both enlightening and startling. In the past 1,000 years, the world had experienced more conflict than Hiroshi could ever have imagined. The borders of the original 5 great nations had not only shifted countless times but had also expanded to include 5 more due to the conflict. However, 3 had since fallen, including the Hidden Stone, leaving 7 great nations in their stead. The era of peace he had worked tirelessly to secure had apparently given way to a never-ending state of war, with at least 20 great ninja wars recorded. The details of these wars were fragmented in public documents. More comprehensive, classified accounts were securely locked away in the Ninja Database, a resource Hiroshi currently had no access to. The lineage of Hokages was also shrouded in mystery, with no public records extending beyond his own tenure. However, one discovery left him reeling. The current Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village was none other than Orochimaru. This name was listed as the 15th Hokage, and since then, over 75 others had assumed the title. How did Orochimaru, once a defector and enemy, become Hokage. That Orochimaru, he must have swapped bodies throughout the years to extend his life again. As Hiroshi continued his research, he realized that information was everywhere, even in unlikely places. Children's books, seemingly simple and innocent, held nuggets of valuable information about this changed world. He absorbed information from every source he could, mindful that some truths remained just beyond his reach. Deep in his heart, Hiroshi understood that to uncover the full truth, he needed to become a ninja once again. This meant more than physical training. He needed to learn to navigate this world of secrets and shadows, of alliances and betrayals. Above all, he was determined to speak with Orochimaru, the enigmatic Hokage, to better understand the current state of the Hidden Leaf Village. Chapter 2, A New Leaf, Part 6. Knowing that his journey was just beginning, Hiroshi set his sights on his next big step, training to become a ninja. His parents, filled with a sense of pride, began to aid him in his quest, sharing their knowledge of the basic ninja techniques. He started training every day, mirroring the movements his parents demonstrated, turning his home into his personal training ground. One day, while practicing a specific hand sign, Hiroshi's mother handed him a picture book about the Ninja Academy. "You'll join when you're older," she said, a promise of a future that Hiroshi was eagerly looking forward to. Training wasn't the only thing on Hiroshi's agenda though. He knew that understanding the current scenario required more than just physical prowess. He needed to keep learning, to piece together the puzzle of the Hidden Leaf Village's current state. He continued his covert explorations, studying the village, its people, and the subtle clues hidden in the scenery around him. His nightly routine was spent analyzing the old map of the Hidden Leaf Village he had found, tracing the altered borders and marking unfamiliar regions. One promise to himself was clear in his mind: he would navigate the world of shadows and secrets, rise through the ranks, and gain access to the classified ninja database. Orochimaru, the mysterious current Hokage, was high on his list of people to confront. With every passing day, Hiroshi was inching closer to the truth and to his goal of restoring the glory of the Hidden Leaf Village. Screen fades, end of Part 6. Join us in the next chapter of our exciting journey as Hiroshi continues to navigate the new world. The pursuit of truth, the clash of the past and the present, and the unwavering determination of a young ninja, all in the next chapter of What If Naruto Reincarnated After 1,000 Years. Stay tuned.